So other cultures come to this country, and one of the first conversations that they have amongst their people is to avoid the black people, that the black people are violent, the black people are problematic, stay away from the black people. And when you get here, then you treat us just as such, that we are less than, we are beneath, or that you are better than us. All y'all cultures, all other cultures treat us that way. Name a culture, and yes, Haitians too. Yes. Africans, yes. Mexicans, yes. Latinos, yes. Asians, yes. Koreans, yes. Everybody wants to avoid black people and paint us in a stereotypical light. Minus the ones who then gain proximity to us and see that we are compassionate, we are loving, we are family oriented, we like to have fun. But when you are not in proximity of us, you run with the stereotype that this society has painted of us. And you treat us as such. Within the Latino community, you don't like that I'm saying what I'm saying. But is it true? Is it true? Is it hard to see yourself and to face those truths now that you're in a hot seat? Is it that? Because I find it really funny how now you guys are going through what you're going through. And all this time, when anybody have made the mistake in a Dominican for black, I'm not black. I'm not black. Nobody wanted to be black. But y'all want to call upon us now that y'all are in this seat of fire. And y'all want us to put ourselves in harm's way. And you're going to say there's no harm as people process. When black people gather, they get fearful because we are powerful. So yeah, we bring our asses out there and it will be met with violence. So yes, I'm telling our people who look like me, because that's the only obligation that I have is to my people. And to unify my people, because society has kept us divided for so long. So me promoting unity amongst my people and telling us, mind your business, that don't got nothing to do with us. It is all facts and all truth. Why the heck will we come out of our safety of our homes to go out in the streets and march and protest when we know that gets nothing? It breeds no results, right? So you want us to get out and do something that we know doesn't work. Y'all watched us do it and y'all seen that it gets no results. And y'all also have seen through history how they treat melanated people. When they get out there and they start protesting, what the heck are we protesting? We are from this country. This is our country. If anything, all of y'all are illegal immigrants to us. Every race that is not an aboriginal, indigenous to this land. But right now, it just happens to be the Hispanics and the Latinos. And it's unfortunate, but it's not our fight. So me telling my people to stay their asses in the house, focusing on self, focusing on their self-love and their oneness, so that when they look at their left and their right and they see their brother or their sister that looks like them, they will treat them a little differently because of oneness. While y'all are going through what y'all are going through, y'all voted for that man. You made your bed, now lay in it. My people are going to mind our business. We're going to watch. And we're going to focus in on ourselves. This is our land. We are aboriginals to this land. We are indigenous to this land. So my promotion of melanated people's self-love and oneness is not a division. It is a oneness of us. My only obligation lies to melanated people and to women. Because first I am a woman and then I am of melanin. I'm not sure what came first, okay? The chicken or the egg. But I am both. And my only obligation is to those things. It is unfortunate that this is where you are in you all's journey. But when you came to this country and you treated us the way you treated us, and don't say that you didn't. Don't say that you didn't. You guys lynched. You guys murdered. You guys killed. You guys threw cocktails. You guys did all of these things to people who look like me. Just for moving into your communities. You treated us crazy. Just because they told you that we were something and you thought that you were better than us. So now that your ass is in the hot seat, you looking for us. Where are we? Where are we? We are where we are safe. We are safe because this is not our battle. So stop looking to black people as your scapegoat, as your savior. When it's all said and done, you're going to go and spit on us. The fuck out of here.
In Florida for more than half his life and worked for the same construction job for many decades. Every day that goes without him here is a day lost forever. This is about being human, about love, connection, and presence. The one thing he needs the most is the one thing that we're being kept from giving him, which is us. I feel that it would be immoral and inhumane to let a man who is suffering, who is terminally ill, spend what little time he has left in pain and isolation. Please don't let him die in a cell. Please don't let his vital memories be of those of pain and isolation.
The one thing your dad needs the most is his family. And that is the one thing that his own daughter kept from him by voting for Trump, because you thought you were white. But this is the most extreme reality check for you, that your proximity to whiteness, that your white husband, your white baby, your white in-laws, your new white family, none of that means you are white. And it's not going to protect you, and it didn't protect your dad. You voted for a man who you knew was immoral and inhumane, who ran on mass deportation and said,
"They're poisoning the blood of our country." That's what they've done.
Immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. He's talking about your dad. He's talking about you. But you thought other people would suffer, and you were perfectly okay with that because you thought you were white. So that makes you immoral and inhumane for voting for Trump. And therefore, you voted for your own father who is suffering, who is terminally ill, to spend what little time he has left in pain and isolation, to die in a cell with his final memories being pain and isolation. You got to spend the rest of your life knowing that this is how your father died because of your vote. This is an extreme example of how pathetically desperate some brown and black people are for white acceptance and white validation. They will trade in their own family and loved ones for it. That self-hate that stems from generations of internalized racism, the need to still assimilate to whiteness, is still so ingrained in so many Latinos who will erase themselves just to be disposable to people who will never accept them. She's a perfect example. She was dumb enough to let those people use her for her vote, and now she's disposable to them in the worst way possible.
Thing that every race have in common is disliking black people. That's the one thing that every freaking race have in common, is disliking us. But another thing they have in common is using us for our money and our sympathy and empathy. Because blacks, let me set y'all straight. Y'all feel sorry for people too fast and too much and at the wrong time. Y'all always, because I see some of y'all saying that the things that we saying we shouldn't be saying. Stop feeling sorry for people and stop letting them use your religion against you. Stop letting them use that God that they gave you against you. That's so weird to me. Y'all don't understand that the empathy and sympathy that y'all do have is been programmed. This is why you wind up feeling sorry for your enemies half the time, bruh. This is why you wind up feeling sorry for people that will not go into bed for you at all, not one time, not one bit. You wind up feeling sorry for people that wouldn't do for you that you would do for them. So you start turning on your own people. The one thing those other races do have in common, they stick together. No matter right or wrong or indifferent, they will stick together. But they'll find something weak in us, which is a lot, to make us turn on each other, okay? And start saying, yeah, well, y'all shouldn't be saying that about them people. I feel bad. Yes, we feel bad that it's happening. But you think we about to go in front line because we feel bad? Baby, it take a little bit more feeling bad than for me to get up out there. So at the end of the day, if we're next, we sitting there, we understanding what we need to do. Huh? We ready. Be blessed.
Black people making fun of Mexicans for what's happening right now with Mexican people. I have also seen black people make videos talking about Mexicans. Don't come to us for help because we're not helping. First of all, Mexicans are not alone. They have Honduran people. They have Salvadorian people. They have Guatemalan people. They have Nicaraguan people and a whole bunch of other countries that are willing to join forces with the Mexican people. Black people, what makes you think that Mexicans are going to come running to y'all for help? What for? Y'all black people can't even help yourselves. That's wild. Mexican people are hardworking people. Mexican people stick together. They make it work. That's the total opposite of a black person. You want to call me racist? Go right ahead. I'm just keeping it real. Like I said, Mexican people are not alone. They have all of us. What makes you think that a Mexican will say, oh, okay, well, we have the blacks. Let's go to them. Come on now. Y'all don't even trust each other. What makes you think that a Mexican will trust you if you don't even trust your brother?
This is a really common sentiment that I'm seeing online, and while I do think that you're 100% valid in the way that you feel in your experience with racism from the Latino community, because let's be real here, Latinos, like a lot of Latinos are fucking racist. A lot of them are colorist as well. However, a lot of Latinos are also not anti-Black. A lot of Latinos are also willing to call out the colorism and racism towards melanated communities even within our own community. Generalizing a whole population based on your personal experiences is not it, but you are 100% valid in the way that you feel. However, the rest of your talking points in that comment thread, Another common sentiment that I'm seeing online is that a lot of Latinos voted for this. And as someone with family members who also voted for that, I don't claim them. California is a blue state, so the majority of the people here voted blue regardless, it doesn't matter and it shouldn't matter in terms of humanity and empathy, but I do feel that talking point should be made when discussing what's going on here in LA. On top of that, a lot of the Latinos being detained right now could not vote. And you know what's worse? They're outside of elementary schools. They are intimidating families. They are taking and detaining children and putting them in zip ties. Also, one of the most important things to keep in mind is that this affects minority communities in more ways than just immigration, because Adriana Smith is still being kept on fucking life support. There's also a Haitian woman that people seem to have forgotten about who died in ICE custody. Her name is Marie Angie Blaze. 12 Asian employees at a nail salon were also detained recently. I'm not sure who else they've gotten since then, because with everything that's going on and how censored the news is, we don't get to see how much they're truly fucking attacking minority communities. And they're coming for all of us. It doesn't matter if you're Latino. At the end of the day, it's minorities versus the corrupt administration that seeks to divide us. We need to fight for ourselves, and we need to fight for each other and stick with each other. We also need to call each other out when there's racism amongst our own communities. If you can't protest, there's other ways to help. And honestly, glorifying influencers for posting a singular thing and being done with it is not something I want to do, which I'm referring to the whole comment thread that I'm responding to, because with that said, have the day you deserve, and this isn't just about Latinos. Okay, bye.
You know, I've been seeing this discourse between the Black community and the Latino community, and there's something that really sticks out to me. I keep hearing this argument that once they come for us, once they're finished coming for us, they will come for you. Once they're finished coming for the brown people, they will come for the Black people. And the reason why I think Black America seems to be continuing to push back on this particular argument is because they are making a point that is honestly getting lost in this entire conversation. What Black Americans have been saying, more so than we did our protesting in November when we voted at the polls, is that this problem, this issue, this plague of racism and discrimination, this fight for civil rights that has been going in this country has not finished. It did not end back in the 60s, in the 70s, when we made so much progress for not just our community, but all communities that were trying to come into this country and establish a life for themselves. In fact, I believe the Black community has continued to say over and over again that this fight is something we should all be paying attention to. But the more that we made that point throughout the years, the more we were ignored. The more people told us that we were the ones fear-mongering, that we were the ones who could not let go of the racial injustice, the racial tensions, and all of the issues that we saw very clearly were still plaguing this country. And that absolutely included a divide between the Latino community and the Black community for a very, very long time. You see, despite the fact that we have lived in communities that have been right next to each other, right on top of each other. We blend our cultures in so many different ways. There's definitely been a tension between Black Americans and Latino Americans. For whatever reason, that tension is there, and I can't point to one specific thing, but it's real. And because of that tension, there's a distrust. Because of that distrust, it leads us to situations where, coming up to this past election, when Black Americans were telling